10 psychology lessons that can make your life better. Your brain influences almost everything you do. It affects how you think, how you make decisions, how you react to people, how you handle stress, and even how you see yourself. Psychology can teach us simple lessons that can improve our everyday lives. It can help us control unhealthy habits, communicate better, handle emotions, make smarter decisions, and build stronger relationships. So today, let's look at 10 important psychology lessons that everyone should know. These aren't magic tricks or instant solutions. They are simple ideas that can help you make better choices every day. Let's begin. 1. Your thoughts are not always facts. One of the most important lessons in psychology is learning to separate thoughts from reality. Your brain produces thoughts constantly. Some are useful. Some are memories. Some are predictions. And some are simply automatic reactions. For example, you might think, everyone is judging me. But can you actually know what everyone is thinking? Probably not. You might think, I'm going to fail. But that is a prediction, not a fact. Negative thoughts can feel extremely real because emotions make them stronger. When you feel anxious, your brain may focus on everything that could go wrong. When you feel rejected, you may start thinking that nobody likes you. But feeling something doesn't automatically make it true. A useful habit is to question strong negative thoughts. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have? Is there another possible explanation? Would I say the same thing to a friend? This doesn't mean ignoring real problems. It means learning to look at your thoughts instead of automatically believing them. 2. Your brain has a negativity bias. Have you noticed that one negative comment can stay in your mind for hours while 10 compliments disappear quickly? This is connected to negativity bias. Our brains often give more attention to negative experiences, criticism, threats, and problems. From an evolutionary point of view, noticing danger was extremely important. Our ancestors needed to quickly recognize predators, conflict, and other threats. Today, most of us aren't running from predators. But our brains still have this tendency. That's why one embarrassing moment can replay in your head. One mistake can feel bigger than 10 successful attempts. One rude person can ruin an otherwise good day. The important lesson is that you can deliberately create more balance. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what went well today? Maybe you completed an important task. Maybe someone helped you. Maybe you learned something new. Maybe you simply had a peaceful moment. Training yourself to notice positive experiences doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means giving positive experiences the attention they deserve. 3 small habits can change your life. Many people wait for motivation before taking action. They say, I'll start exercising when I feel motivated. I'll study when I feel focused. I'll start tomorrow. But motivation naturally goes up and down. That's why habits are so powerful. A habit is a behavior that becomes easier and more automatic through repetition. Instead of trying to completely change your life overnight, start with something small. Want to read? Start with 5 or 10 pages. Want to exercise? Start with 10 minutes. Want to improve your knowledge? Learn one useful thing every day. The important part is consistency. A small action repeated many times can become much more powerful than a huge action performed only once. Also, make good habits easier and bad habits harder. Keep your book nearby. Put your phone away while working. Prepare your exercise clothes in advance. Remove unnecessary distractions. For your environment can control your behavior more than you think. We often believe that self-control is simply about being mentally strong. But your surroundings can strongly influence what you do. Imagine trying to study while your phone is beside you and constantly showing notifications. Even if you have strong intentions, you may repeatedly check it. Now imagine putting your phone in another room. The temptation becomes much weaker. This shows an important psychological principle. Make the behavior you want easier and the behavior you don't want harder. If you want to drink more water, keep water nearby. If you want to eat healthier, make healthy food easier to access. If you want to spend less time on your phone, keep it away during important activities. If you want to read, keep a book somewhere visible. Your environment creates small signals that influence your behavior. 5 emotions are signals, not commands. Emotions are important. Fear can warn you about danger. Anger can signal that something feels unfair. Sadness can tell you that you've experienced a loss. Anxiety can indicate that you are worried about something. But emotions are not always instructions. Being angry doesn't mean you must immediately send an angry message. Being afraid doesn't always mean you should avoid something. Feeling jealous doesn't automatically mean someone has done something wrong. Feeling sad doesn't mean your future will always be sad. Give yourself a moment before reacting. Take a breath. Think about what triggered the emotion. Then decide what action actually makes sense. This is an important part of emotional intelligence. 6 people often remember how you make them feel. Communication isn't only about the words you use. It's also about how you make people feel. Think about the people you enjoy being around. Maybe they listen when you speak. Maybe they don't constantly interrupt. Maybe they make you feel respected. Maybe they remember small details about you. These simple behaviors can make relationships stronger. You don't always need to be funny, impressive, or extremely confident. Sometimes being a good listener is enough. When someone is talking, try putting your phone away. Don't immediately prepare your next response. Actually listen. Ask questions. Show that you understand. And remember that respect matters even when you disagree. 7. Social comparison can steal your happiness. Comparing yourself with others is natural. But constant comparison can become harmful. You may compare your appearance with someone else's. Your salary with another person's salary. Your relationship with someone else's relationship. Your progress with someone else's achievements. Social media makes this even easier. You might see someone's vacation, new house, successful career, perfect-looking relationship, or impressive achievement. Then you look at your own life and feel behind. But remember, you are seeing their highlights, not their entire life. You don't see every failure, insecurity, argument, financial problem, or difficult day. Instead of constantly asking, "Am I better than them?" ask, "Am I improving compared with who I was before?" Compare your present self with your past self. 8. Your inner voice can influence your behavior. We all talk to ourselves mentally. And the way we speak to ourselves matters. Imagine making a mistake. You might say, "I'm useless. I'm stupid. I always fail." These statements don't solve the problem. They can make you afraid to try again. Instead, use realistic and constructive self-talk. Instead of, "I'm terrible at this," say, "I'm not good at this yet." Instead of, "I always mess things up," say, I made a mistake, but I can learn from it. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about speaking to yourself in a way that encourages improvement rather than destroying confidence. 9. Learn to set healthy boundaries. Many people struggle to say no. They worry about disappointing others. They may agree to things they don't have time for. They may constantly help others while ignoring their own needs. But healthy relationships require boundaries. Saying no doesn't automatically make you rude or selfish. You can care about people and still protect your time, energy, and personal space. For example, I can't help with that today. I need some time for myself. I'm not comfortable with that. You don't always need a long explanation. Healthy boundaries also work both ways. You should respect other people's boundaries too. 10. Focus on what you can control. This may be one of the most useful lessons of all. There are things you can control. Your actions. Your effort. Your habits. Your preparation. Your response. Your attitude. But there are also things you cannot fully control. Other people's opinions. Other people's behavior. The past. Unexpected events. Every outcome. If you constantly focus on things outside your control, you can waste a huge amount of mental energy. Instead, ask, what is within my control right now? If you made a mistake, you may not be able to change the past. But you can learn from it. If someone dislikes you, you cannot control their opinion. But you can control how you treat them. If something unexpected happens, you may not control the event. But you can control your response. This shift in thinking can make you more calm, practical, and resilient. Real personal growth usually doesn't happen through one huge decision. It happens through small choices repeated over time. The better you understand your mind, the better you can understand your behavior. And when you understand your behavior, you have a better chance of changing the things that are holding you back. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to this channel for more facts and tell us in the comments. Which of these 10 psychology lessons was the most useful for you?